Beyond the lyrics, this project will engage aspiring hip-hop artists across the city of Toronto, allowing them the chance to discuss the meaning behind some of the music that is currently in circulation and address any misperceptions.
So we got Droops Holiday here, legendary vet MC from the city of Toronto. Thank you for coming out and joining us at Beyond the Lyrics. Walk us through your journey. Tell us about the beginning.
Well, it all started way back when my brother's Diamond X kind of showed me the light, and I found out that I had some talent that should be noticed in the world too. So I started putting my music together and writing it down, and now I'm where I'm at now. You know what I mean?
Before you talk about the music, I want you to talk about your background.
Alright, boom, Droops Holiday in the building. I was born in Toronto. My mom and dad are from Jamaica. They raised me in Scarborough. And now in Scarborough, you know, the lifestyle in Scarborough is kind of rough, you know? So you could say I came from that, from the part of the world where you could say I had a lot to talk about, you know what I mean, in the city of Scarborough.
How'd you get your name?
They called me Droops. They used to call me Droopy because my eyes, you know what I mean? And then they called me Holiday because the lifestyle I was living, like, not a care in the world and just, you know, partying and having fun, you know? So the name Droops Holiday kind of stuck like Doc Holiday, you know what I mean?
What inspired you to start rapping?
I'd say my brothers, my family, they're musicians out here, you know? My brother is Diamond X from the West End, and you know, I got my aunts and my uncles that also do music in Jamaica and New York. So I've kind of fit into that. I was cut from that cloth, you know?
Who are some of the artists that influence your music? Any mentors or role models?
Certain music that caught me was like, of course you listen to the Run DMC, the LL Cool J's. You know, it was a different type of rap back in the day. And then you had the Tupac era, the Nas. Yeah, those are guys that kind of, Biggie Smalls, those are guys that kind of paved the way for me and where I want to take it, and the ideas and the creativity, you know?
Do you feel you're an influence to young people? If so, positive or negative?
I think I make an impact in some of the youth them lives. I think I make an impact in some of the youth them lives that are somewhat positive and somewhat negative, because not all of my songs are positive and not all of them are negative.
How do you feel about the rise in violence going on in the city? And have you experienced violence yourself?
Yeah, I think what's going on in the city is really another, you could say nothing's new under the sun. But now it's just careless, reckless. It's not really called for, you know? The things that are going on in the city, I wish there was a change, but these guys are just, they have no guidance, brother. The city needs guidance, order, you know?
Do you experience violence?
Yeah, of course. Like, I was one of those guys that were in the streets, you know. A lot come with it. A lot comes competition, jealousy, hate. You gotta defend yourself, you know what I mean?
What support did you receive to help deal with the trauma?
Some of the support I have are friends, area community recreation centers that, you know, groups used to come together and talk about the problems, and like pretty much it will get solved, you know.
What do you think could be done to stop the violence in the city?
Maybe if they were to build more recreation centers, maybe if they were to make a counseling and kids growing up in an earlier stage of life, like in the elementary days, they give them more of a guidance of where to go and what's going to happen in life. And then after high school or in high school, you know, maybe if the government were to step in and come to the black communities or the communities that are really deprived and try and uplift them, you know what I mean? Maybe that would bring some hope and change to the people then, you know?
So you feel education is the thing?
Yeah, education, because when kids are bored and doing nothing, they pick up stuff that are people out there that are doing nothing are doing, you know?
What do they say? The devil has work?
Everywhere.
for idle hands.
Yes.
What do you feel your music has, what kind of impact do your music have on the young people?
Said we reppin' know the shit. This is it. Out here we got sticks. We let him hit.
I think they had a positive and a negative vibe, you know. I think it more gives them a energy of an OG, you know, like this guy been through it, he experienced, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So you're saying they get a nice balance from your music?
A nice balance from my music, yeah.
5-course meal.
Yeah, four different corners, you know what I mean? That's where we're taking it. Can't just be on one thing, you know what I mean? Like Tupac used to say a thing where he'd say, it's not good to be in just, like, you can't keep your eggs in one basket on a vibe. So if you could rap about for the girls, if you could rap about for the club, if you could rap about for the deprived, if you could rap for the gangsters, you're gonna build a whole fan base that do it, you know? Not everybody's gonna be on a negative, you know?
What are some of the biggest challenges you face trying to make it to the top in society?
Some of the major stuff are like being hated on. You could say not being exposed right, no direction, nobody's really there to point you in the right direction to do your music and what you need to be an artist, you know what I mean? Like the soul cans, the engineer, like a lot of people ain't gonna show you to make a project, you know, you're just doing music. So you could say, yeah, that's how you're gonna learn and do it, you know what I mean?
So turning it into a business, basically.
Turning it into a business, you know, not just a hobby, you know? Making your brand.
So I feel like a lot of artists have a hard time differentiating from that. Like, yeah, you could rap all you want, but what are you really rapping for?
Yeah, like most artists out here coming up, they don't know about the SoCan. And with SoCan now, if you're not registered to SoCan and your song plays on the radio, you don't make no money, you know what I mean? And that's worldwide exposure, you know, that's worldwide, like, residuals, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that.
You know DJ Mastermind, right?
Yeah.
So they're starting Made in Toronto every Thursday now.
Okay.
So that's going to be a big outlet for the man then.
Yeah, so we can just send them emails.
Exactly, but now SoCan is important.
Because it's a radio, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because it's not YouTube.
No, this ain't no free YouTube. This is a business.
How would you like to be seen in the public eye? And is there things that you rapped about that you kind of regret?
Oh yes, there's some things that I said in some songs that, you know, maybe it was too much of a negative energy, you know. Maybe like the kids that are singing it are like, oh, you know, like they're
it's
picking up that energy. Yeah,
they don't understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
and they're taking it the wrong way.
They may think that we're rapping for like to shoot a op. Like if you say something like, yo, grab the gun and kill somebody, it's not really anybody. Like you talk about, like sometimes we're talking about the people that made us deprived, you know, you think about the people that you can't see, you know what I mean, that have you living in the ghetto with no water, nothing to, you know what I mean, you start thinking about stuff like that, and you're like, yo, if I got this guy, you just give them that negative energy that at that time, you know.
How would you like to be seen in the public eye?
I like to be seen as a respectful man that you could say, comes with a little more of an understanding, somebody that would more give you a upliftment, you know, not as a negative person.
A mentor.
Yeah, a mentor, you know what I mean?
A survivor.
Yeah, somebody who's been there, done that.
Because most of our peers are gone.
Yeah, most of our peers are gone or they're lost. Yeah. They're here and they're still gone, you know what I mean? Yeah.
What made you write this song, Talk to Him?
Because a lot of people needed to be talked to, you know, like they're not really hearing, they're not really getting what rappers are saying, because nowadays it's all a gimmick, there's no message, you know what I mean? This one kind of has a message for the people, them, you know?
What effect did it have on you, and how do you feel it will affect others?
It kind of had a real effect on me, like, you know, like even though I wrote it, you still take it in like, yeah, this is grown folk music, you know, like a lot of the kids will come with the understanding of like what's trust, you know, like what's like, in the verse, in the song it'll be like, yo, what's trust? When people say they're gonna ride for you, but when the beef's on, nobody's there for you, you know, like those are the type of song it is, you know, like you're just using words and just elaborating on what does it really mean, you know, like.
What makes it hard to collaborate with other artists in the city?
Because there's certain people we could collaborate with, but the majority, they're just not on our levels, you know, like it's not a turf war. It's not like a connection problem. It's just that most people ain't on the same page. Like,
It's a vibes thing.
yeah, it's the vibe thing. You're not gonna do a song with a man that's only spitting, or his flow's not up to par with your flow. Like, you want somebody that could balance the song. You know what I mean?
Do you care how it gets interpreted?
Yeah, I do care how it gets interpreted, because I want them to really get the message, not just hearing one line in it, or them to listen to the song and get the full message of the song.
What you wrote about, did the community or what's going on social media influence that song?
You could say a little bit, because I'm speaking about my environment, you know what I mean? I'm talking about things that pretty much people are gonna know because they watch the news, or they may have heard on Facebook, but it's bigger than that, you know what I mean? But yeah, some of those, the media kind of did influence me to write that song, because I'm living what they're saying, you know, what they're showing us on the news. Some of those are my friends, you know, or victims, or yeah.
Personally, that people know you as an artist, is that really you, or
Oh,
is there
yeah.
more to you?
What? Well,
Like, did they know everything about you?
no, they don't know everything about me, but pretty much what they do see as Droops Holiday, that is me. Like, yes, I am that guy, you know. But there's things in my life that I don't always expose, you know what I mean? Because, like you could say, not everybody needs to know that, right?
But they could approach you and talk to you personally if they need
Yeah.
to.
Oh, for sure. I'm an approachable person, you know what I mean?
OG status. Is there more you want your fans and the general public to know about you that you haven't let them know yet?
Yeah, they're gonna. What I have coming right now, the new mixtape, it's called The Addiction, and yeah, that more shows them more of my life too. You know what I mean?
So you're opening up more.
Yeah, a little more.
How can we follow you and keep up with your music?
Or you could go to Instagram, go to Droops Holiday. You could go to Facebook, Droops Holiday. Reverb Nation, Droops Holiday. iTunes, Droops Holiday. DROOPSHOLIDAY, Droops Holiday. Yeah, get at me. You know what I mean?
If you could say anything to your younger self and the young people, what would you say?
I'd say get on this music now, and I'd say the youngins don't get too caught up in this music, because it's more than just music. Gotta scream out beyond the lyrics. We out here, man. Droops Holiday, representing Toronto. Let's get it.
You get the bag and fumble it, we get the bag and twist it and run with it. Straight off the block, we smoking the pot, and all that console up under us.